Good morning, my friends from all around the world. This is Dr. Bill Williams. I'm sitting here on the same patio in the same seat that I first met many of you about 3 years ago when we were kind of explaining what is this thing we have found called ONPASSIVE. And so I want to revisit the spot and kind of put your mind into a place of where we've gone and what we've achieved over that last 3, 4, 5 years that you've been associated with the great company that's become ONPASSIVE. We didn't know exactly what we were getting into when we first started. We had hopes and dreams, and we thought this could be a success that could add to our bottom line, that maybe could help us out. And I looked at it as simply another piece of the multiple streams of income that any intelligent professional should put in their portfolio. I thought maybe this would be just one part of many. Well, over a couple of years, we found out that the dream of ONPASSIVE that Ash created for us was simply not just a piece of a puzzle, it was the entire puzzle. We looked at it, we found that in its totality, it was sufficient, it was enough to replace all other multiple options. So many of us, including you, put your hopes and dreams in ONPASSIVE, and you waited patiently for the day when it would launch, when it would become publicly available and start the transformation of the world, the cultural change, the economic change. We've reached that day, and so I think it's very appropriate that we go back and revisit our initial purpose of why we got involved and why we stayed, why our dreams are now to be realized. We want to keep our expectations at a point where we're realistic, in that we know there's going to be a ramp up to success. We're not expecting overnight complete resolving of every issue we have. So as we manage our expectations and move forward, we can look to the success of this one first product, O Connect, and we can say that will be replicated over the next months, years, decades. It'll go beyond our lifetimes, and it'll go to our children and grandchildren. And that's one of the huge reasons that I stayed stuck to the knitting, that I dedicated my time and efforts, because I knew that it would benefit my grandkids, our future generations. The legacy that we leave, the dynasty that we could build for their success, will far outlive our time on earth. So I just wanted to come back today to the same spot where we first started together on this journey, you and I. I didn't get there in the first year or so, but when I did find out about ONPASSIVE, I really dedicated and sunk my teeth into the entire process and did the best I could to bring influential people into the fold so that they could continue to build their legacy, to share with their communities. And so one of the things that we want to do today is to encourage you to find people in your community that can benefit from this technology, that can benefit from this economic system. So we have two paths we can take. We can help people with technology, we can help people economically, and both are laudatory, both are going to change the way communities operate and function. So it's a grand vision, it's a grand goal to set, and I think Ash has achieved exactly what he set out to achieve. I'm here to support that, and I'm hoping you will too. So we want to thank you for staying with us. We want to thank you for being a part of a magnificent operation. You know, as a doctor, we have to diagnose the problem, we have to present a treatment plan, and then we have to successfully complete that operation. When the patient is finished with what I'm doing, then it's up to the healing process. Nature has to take over and heal. And that's kind of the way it is with ONPASSIVE. We've seen the problem, We've made a solution through the technology, and now it's up to us to get it to the patients so that they can start to heal their communities. We can't do it by ourselves. We have to have people out in the communities to do that. So as we go forward, let's find those in the community in our local areas who can take the technology, increase their economic wherewithal to support those that need it in their communities. This is Dr. Bill Williams. I'm glad we got together today. We're on the back porch. We're ready to roll. It's time. ONPASSIVE has launched.